All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Cool Down Thursday edition. So, the Indiana Fever coming off a major win by winning the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday night against the Minnesota Lynx. But there's one caveat to this that still needs attention to, and that is the Caitlin Clark situation. Reports has came out yesterday that Caitlin Clark will not participate in Thursday's night's game against the Las Vegas Aces, where the Indiana Fever will start their 5-game homestand against. Now, Caitlin Clark was questionable on Tuesday night, but now she is ruled out. So, and actually, this report came out real early yesterday, real early. So, we're going to take a look at that. It says Damaris Dantes, national team obligation. And most likely Dantes will be coming back next week, I do believe. And Caitlin Clark is out with left groin. Now, with Caitlin Clark out with a left groin does not mean that she has not been working out. She has not been playing. She has not been doing the things that she needs to do. And we do have footage of that, but I do want to let y'all listen to what Stephanie White has to say also, because Stephanie White has a pretty good objective of how this she wants to handle the Caitlin Clark situation. And a lot of us have been really adamant about Caitlin Clark playing, not playing, and see what else, what she may do. But I think what Stephanie White is saying makes more sense of a timeline when Caitlin Clark will return back to the court. Take a listen.
Nothing about it being a game time decision these last couple games and being able to rule her out today. Is there any extra kind of concern about just that little change in?
I don't know if there's extra concern as more of like, hey, let's just maintain perspective. She wants to play, and she's working to play, and she has been working to play. And I think after a few days, it's like, okay, we've got a little bit of time. Thinking 5 games before All-Star break, we've got a little bit of time, so let's just ease her mind, even though she's antsy, and let's do this the right way and make sure that we're ready to go and 100% when she comes back.
So, like like Stephanie White say, Caitlin Clark is antsy, and rightfully so. She wants to play. She wants to be out there. She want to help her teammates win games. But with a growing injury, a thigh injury, or whatever the case may be, you want to take the right perspective. You want to take the right approach. You don't want to rush her back and have her set back for even longer. Now, the Fever last game is the 16th against the Liberty. They play the Liberty at home, and that's on a Tuesday. And All-Star weekend follows after that. And they don't resume play again until that next Tuesday, the 22nd, against the Liberty again at home. Go figure. Hopefully Caitlin Clark will be back. But if I was a betting man, I would say Caitlin Clark could play Saturday. Depends on how she feels against the Lynx. I mean, not the Lynx, but the Sparks. They do have a home game. Would she play against the Aces? No, she's not playing against the Aces. Would she play against the Valkyries? Don't know. Would she play against the Dream? She could sit out against that game against the Dream. Know how physical it is. She could play against Paige. She could play against the Sun. She might sit out against the Sun because of what happened the last time. So I'm looking at it as I'm gonna put my hat on the thing and say this. I don't think she'll play um going into All Star. She might make a return probably the last 2 games against the Liberty and the Sun. Maybe. But right now, we already got a Stephanie White's word. And I think it's only fitting if you keep her out past All Star break, because then you have this week, you have next week, you have the following week after, and then you come back, she's completely healthy. Then she's really ready to go, hopefully, at that standpoint. So, I mean, if I look at this calendar right now, my calendar pretty much per se, follow along with me right here. So this week, then she has next week, and then the following week is now. Caitlin Clark she could play, like I said, the next two games. They do have a 5 game homestand, you know, so she could play next week. We don't know. She could play the week before All Star break. But if you want to make sure she's healthy, you keep her out. But who knows? It's all about Caitlin Clark or whatever. But I do have footage of her working out and doing some drills on her leg to get herself back right. So take a look.
Oh, I really appreciate that stuff too.
So as you notice, they working on her legs. They working on her legs, strengthening it, and whatever the case may be. So we take it for what it is. I I say this: she could play Saturday against the Sparks. She could play next week. It's all about her progression and how well she does. But I still don't think they need to rush her back. I think if the Fever could maintain, keep going, winning the games that they need to win, it's going to be a hard task beating the Aces tonight, especially with them coming off the Commissioner's Cup. Now, can they do it? You never know. They might can, you know. If they could right the ship and win some games while Caitlin Clark still rehabbing, that would be a plus because then when she comes back and then they add to the roster, guess what? The team already knows how to play with her and they already know how to play without her. So we'll see what happens. But let me know what you think about it. Should Caitlin Clark stay out all the way to past All Star break? Me, I say yeah. Now as a fan, I want to see her play. But long term, I want her to come back after the All Star. I want her to have the best second half of the season, and this Indiana Fever team takes off and add some pieces to the puzzle to make a great push to the playoffs and hopefully to the championship. So we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. Until the next episode, Live Wire Sports Media. You know what it is, because if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying.